Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your health and strength is good and your five senses work. Take life one day at a time. Live it to the fullest. Push yourself. Challenge yourself. Yeah. Life. Live it. Anyway, now, it's a Game Pass world. Where you come from. Look, it's a Game Pass world. And we're living in it. Okay? We're living in a Game Pass world. Can't go backwards in video games, man. You know Game Pass and Windows are the same thing, right? What is Windows? An operating system, right? Okay. What is Windows? A service. Okay. What is Game Pass? A service. And remember, Microsoft said they were creating a service, right? So Game Pass and Windows are the same thing, right? So when they came out with Game Pass, they were trying to get Game Pass on anything. And they brought the iOS user base over. That was a huge part of it. Remember, they weren't trying to keep Game Pass to themselves, right? So they brought the iOS users over, right? Xbox players are using Game Pass. Windows players are using Game Pass. And now Linux. And now they're benefiting from it, right? But Sony and Nintendo missed the point of this. Because if Game Pass is on, say, a Nintendo console, right? It does not mean that Nintendo stopped doing what they're doing, like making console and making games, right? So they missed out on it. Remember, Windows is an operating system, but Windows is a service, and the world is benefiting from it. Game Pass is a service, and Mac users are benefiting from it. iOS, Linux users are benefiting from it. Windows users are benefiting from it. And Xbox. The Nintendo fan base now, they missed the entire point of Game Pass. If Game Pass is on a Nintendo console, right? It does not mean that Nintendo stopped doing what they're doing, meaning that they make games and they're making their console, right? With Game Pass, they just have an extra service on top of what they're doing. That's all it is. It's just a service, just like Windows. And now for you PlayStation fans. You missed out big on this one. Because Game Pass is a service just like Windows operating system. So if Game Pass is on PlayStation, it does not mean that Sony stopped doing what they're doing. They continue making their PlayStation console. And they continue making their PlayStation games. PlayStation would have had an extra service on top of what they're doing, and they would have gotten to play Xbox games through the clouds, right? On their PlayStation 5 or 4, and that was a huge opportunity missed. Remember when I think there was a dev kit of Gears of War 3 running on the PlayStation 3. So with Game Pass now on PlayStation, and you get to play Xbox games through the cloud on your PlayStation, you PlayStation fans would have had access to all of Microsoft's games, including Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout, all those games that ZeniMax and Bethesda has, right? And then you will get to play Halo, Forza Horizon 5 on your PlayStation through the clouds. You guys just missed out on that. You didn't understand Game Pass, but now you do. Game Pass is a service just like Windows operating system. You know what I mean? Think of it. You'll be playing Halo Infinite right now on your PlayStation through the clouds. On your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 through the clouds. So Sony and Nintendo fans missed the entire point of Game Pass. What a missed opportunity, man. What a missed opportunity. Now, to you Game Pass fans, let me deal with you. Especially you families out there that got kids. Microsoft has a family plan for you. Listen to this. Microsoft reportedly launching an Xbox Game Pass family plan later this year, supporting 5 users on a single subscription. Woo! You Game Pass users, you guys are getting so spoiled, but you know what? You earned it. Anyway, says here, Microsoft is reportedly set to plug a gap into its Game Pass lineup by launching a new family plan enabling 5 users to access the service using one subscription later this year. That according to Windows Central Jeff Corden, who's citing trusted sources familiar with Microsoft effort, reports the family plan has been in the works for some time as Microsoft navigates issues around royalty distribution and third-party licensing. Those kinks are presumably close to being ironed out now. However, with Corden suggesting an official unveiling may happen relatively soon. As for what the family plan might offer, it's reportedly enable 5 users in the same country to access Game Pass entire library using a single membership, with the cost said to be far cheaper than paying for 5 individual subscription. So if you got a family of 5, let's say you got a husband and wife in the house and you got 3 kids, you sign up for Game Pass and everybody can use it with different accounts. Says here, as for what the family plan might offer, it reportedly enable 5 users in the same country to access Game Pass. I think I just read that. Entire library using a single membership, with the cost said to be far cheaper than paying for 5 individual subscriptions. Windows Central say the new offering will use Microsoft existing family account system already used in Office 365, with the subscription being managed as a central account holder. There are, of course, still a number of unknown, including whether the reported family plan will be available for standard Game Pass, or if it will be exclusive to Game Pass Ultimate. But supposedly shouldn't be too long before all questions are answered. Windows Central say Microsoft will be announcing the new family plan in the relative near future. And say we got 12 comments here. 12 meaning they got more than 12. One person said yes, and someone said at least something is going to be Game Pass killer. Anyway, he said at some point Game Pass is going to have to do something really bad because this amount of good is just dangerous. Yes, it goes back to what I said. You Game Pass users are getting spoiled. Anyway, says here, this is Microsoft mopping up the rest of the gravy. Another person here says, see if I can get a couple more comment here. If you buy an incredible car with great reliability, you don't care too much about how many people own it. Why do we get ourselves tied in such knots just because it's game consoles? Another person here says, because apparently to some measuring, I'm not even gonna read that. One person here says finally, and it says another person here says this is good news, and expanding on Microsoft existing family account system is excellent approach. Apple have done family sharing for years, and it's really great. 5 family members share one subscription, and they don't charge extra for it. Moreover, Apple can't Apple don't just apply family sharing to subscription. If you buy apps, they are also available to the same 5 family members. I have that Microsoft do the same with theirs family sharing. So if I buy Xbox games, they will also be shared. Then he says Apple slight sting in the tail. It's that it doesn't apply to DLC, which has to be brought per person and cannot be shared. Why does this matter? Some publishers started to give games away for free, but then charge for DLC to play the games, which cannot be shared. Nintendo do this, so you get Mario Kart for free, but each person has to buy DLC to play the game. It's an anti-family sharing pricing measure. Similarly, Game Pass usually includes full versions of games, but not gaudy editions. So you Game of the Year edition. So you have to buy DLC if you want it. If Microsoft do includes app purchase in family sharing, I wonder if they will similarly limit it to not include DLC. Then another person here says, yeah, for me the pain was in playing together with my son and daughter. Paying 3 separate subscription isn't very cost effective, especially when online co-op is just a small fraction of your playtime, which may change family sharing. Next step is all-in-one subscription with Office and Game Pass. And another person here says, great news, I was hoping for it. And another person here said, I would save one difference. Not sure if it's major or minor, is that Apple devices are a single user device, so the proliferation of device using fake family accounts are going to be quite low. On top of that, a lot of Apple arcade games are relatively low value. Something like Game Pass, which is device agnostic, has a high value attached to games, is more open to leech abuse. I'm glad it's happening, but there's a reason why Apple was able to lead on this, and that this may cost more we are expecting. Anybody else? Going here. Let's see here. Any more comments? Going once, going twice. These comments are good. Another person here said yes. With 2 kids in the house, and it said with 2 kids in the house, the inability for me to use the tablet or even cloud streaming to my phone with my daughter is playing Sims 4 has been a major annoyance. That on top of the constant crying because she creates families with 4+ babies and toddlers. Anyway, yeah, so Microsoft, what this comes down to is that Microsoft is listening, and they're listening to the calls and concerns about Game Pass, and they're making changes, and plus there's little issues they got to clean up, with licensing and stuff like that. So this was good news for all the Game Pass users that are out there that are probably single parent with probably 1, 2, or 3, or probably married with 1 or 2 or 3, or how many kids they have. This was good news, so for all you Game Pass users, this is going to be a major plus, so I mean, not only that, I think you're going to be able to save some money on this, but then at the same time, that money could go towards buying your DLCs and stuff like that for your game. So Microsoft is listening, and they are improving the infrastructure of xCloud and Game Pass, so everybody could benefit. But back to what I was saying about the whole Game Pass thing. It's just like Windows is an operating system and a service, so is Game Pass. And for Microsoft to have success with Game Pass, they had to get everybody on board with it. It doesn't matter what platform you're using. So whether it's iOS, whether it's Android, or Linux, or Windows, they're trying to get it on everybody so everybody can benefit from this. And to me, the Sony and Nintendo fans really missed out on this, because I guess they thought that Microsoft was trying to, like, so-called take over, so to speak. But what Microsoft is doing is providing a service on top of what you're doing, and all you gotta do is just sign up for it and just use it, whether you're using a Nintendo console or PlayStation. And I think the PlayStation and Nintendo fans missed the point of Game Pass, and it's showing, you know, it's showing. So Microsoft Game Pass is just like Windows operating system. It's the same thing, you know. And now Microsoft is making changes to the infrastructure of Game Pass, so families can benefit, instead of having like everybody like having a separate account, you know, paying for not a separate account, but five different subscription. You just, if it's a family of 4, 5, 3, 2, you just get one subscription, and then, you know, go for, and then open all the accounts you want. And I think this was a good move on Microsoft's part, you know. So yeah, Game Pass and Windows are the same. They're just a service to the world. The world is benefiting from Windows worldwide, and a lot of people are benefiting from Game Pass because it's on iOS, Android, Linux, of course, Windows and Xbox. You know, so it's just like Windows operating system. That's all it is. Anyway, but it's a great service though. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy with this article. Plus, there's a video in the article. I think I can put the link in the box, description box. That is. Anyway, nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Bored, dark side. Go. Peace.